Matt, you want to tell a story?
Go on.
Matt, you're about to kill my dog?
I didn't do anything.
There's 2 stories. Because there's the Winnie story, too.
I could tell that. Okay.
I almost killed Piper. I'm sorry. I learned, do not stack a bunch of chocolate on the counter and leave Piper for 5 minutes because she'll eat 15 pieces.
15 pieces.
But how do you not know that after knowing Piper for so long?
I didn't know she could reach that far. She has long arms.
She's a boxer.
Piper dies, Matt is fired, and everybody has the right to go and unfollow him. So Winnie almost died. Let me tell you the story. So, my mom, it's Thanksgiving Day. We don't really have many plans for Thanksgiving. So we're all just kind of doing what we want to do. And then my mom was going to go over to Jane's house, one of our close family friends. You know what a family friend is? Is that what a family friend is? Like, do you just call them family? Or like a family friend, do they have to actually be family?
Yeah.
Like, is Matt like a family friend?
I'm family.
He's
So yeah. So me and Haley, I wanted to go, but Haley was like, no, I don't want to go. So I was like, fine, I'll stay with you because I have a car. So I was like, fine, I'll just drive you if you want to go later. Plus, I really wanted to clean my room because I had just gotten back from New York. So I'm cleaning my room, and the thing is that Piper's really smart and like knows how to open doors, right? So that's just a little foreshadowing. So my mom leaves, and we have, I probably shouldn't say how many doors we have, but we have one door somewhere. I'm nervous that people are gonna like break into her house. So we have a door, and I'm in my room, I'm cleaning, I'm doing my thing, and while I'm doing this, Piper lets herself outside. Not really that unusual, she does it a lot. But Winnie this time, who normally stays inside, prances out. There's also 2 gates at her house. And Winnie somehow knows how to get outside of one of them. So weird, but Piper doesn't even know how to do it. Winnie just found a way. So as my mom leaves, sorry, I'm not really good at storytelling. I kind of get sidetracked and I'm sorry. But as my mom leaves, the first gate doesn't fully close. So that's that, it's like halfway closed, right? So I'm in my room. I'm probably in my room for like an hour and a half. I'm like really cleaning. And then I'm like, okay, like I kind of do want to go to Jane's now. Like, let's go. I'm going to go get Haley. And so I go inside. I'm like, which is so weird that I thought this because I never really think about this. But I get inside and I'm like, where's Winnie? That's not normally a thought that goes on in my mind. I just saw Piper in the house and I'm like, that's weird that I don't see Winnie because she's always on the floor, like right now. Spoiler alert, we found her.
I'm trying to avoid the camera. You moved it.
Sorry. So I come in and I'm like, uh-oh, where's Winnie? And I knew immediately. I knew because I saw them go outside. So I was like, it's fine. Like, they're not. I thought the gate was fully closed. So I was like, oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it, you know? Right? You know? So then I'm like, I run outside. I was like in a full-on action movie. I was like, go. So I'm outside in the front. And I'm like, I'm not good at explaining. I open the door, because that was a necessary comment. I go out the door. I look outside. The gate, halfway open. Run out of the gate, look both ways across the street to see if I can see her. Not in my view. Not in my view. So I was like, no, this is hilarious, Winnie. Good Thanksgiving prank. Let me go inside and find you now. I also have to keep quiet, so I'm tippy-toeing. No, I'm actually running. But Haley, I thought Haley was gonna like burst into tears once I told her that her dog was missing. So I was like, gotta keep quiet. I don't wanna startle people. I'm going to be quiet. So I did. And I looked in the house like 3 times. And I was like, I couldn't call her name because Haley was going to come out of her room, which is right there, and be like, what? And I'm like, no, I can't have that happen. So finally I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, I've never had this happen to me before. She, in her 7 years of living life, like, she's never once escaped. And I was fully like, she's somewhere in the house and I'm just stupid. And I'm like, there's no way that this dog actually, like, left the vicinity and is walking around outside. There's no way, right? So I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Get in my car. Is this a good idea? Yeah, I think so. I think I've seen this somewhere. Get in your car when you go and look for a dog, right? So I call up my mom as she's like, enjoy. It paused. But I call up my mom and she's like enjoying her Thanksgiving meal, having a blast with her friends, like whatever. And I'm like, so Winnie is not here. And then is that a knock?
No, Piper be barking.
And then she was like, well, make sure you check this like one other room that sometimes she gets in that we wouldn't normally check. So I was like, okay. So I get out of the car. My car is like halfway out the gate. So I run, I check in the room. I'm like, she's in here, she's not. I run back. Haley comes out of the house. Oh my God. And I'm like, hi. And she's like, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. And she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, Winnie is not here. I think she got out.
Your words were,
What?
I'm going to look for Winnie. I was like,
how do I say this lightly? I'm gonna go find our dog.